As you may know, there is a format on my channel where I visit the most dangerous areas and neighborhoods in a city. I've already been to the most dangerous neighborhood in Moscow, the most dangerous neighborhood in Paris, and today we're heading to the most dangerous neighborhood in Minsk, Belarus. And since I'm such a serious journalist, I thought to myself, how do I find out what the most dangerous neighborhood here is? So I asked ChatGPT, and here you can see the answer displayed. According to ChatGPT, Angarskaya is considered the most dangerous neighborhood in the entire country, and especially in the capital, Minsk. And that's why we're now heading to Angarskaya to see whether it's really that dangerous or not. To get to this neighborhood, we're first taking a taxi, an Uber. And how much does an Uber cost in Minsk? The ride takes 26 minutes and costs €5, so that's already a good price. I'm definitely curious, guys, to see what awaits us. One thing you have to say, the area feels poorer. You can immediately tell that you're no longer in the center of Minsk, and especially, I don't know if it's because it was winter at the time. I think so, everything is extremely grey and bleak. I really think it's because we're just coming out of winter. Let's take a look around and see if we can find some gopniks, guys. So how is life here? Is the pension enough?
We've already gotten used to it, of course. If it were more, it would be better.
May I ask how much you receive?
Almost €350. I can't say that we live badly, but of course others live better. So we live moderately, everything is enough, food is enough. If we had more money, we would simply spend more. The president has given us all possibilities. In the past, no Russians came to Belarus, that was very rare, and now everyone is here. Everyone loves our president.
The younger generation as well, or only the older ones?
Probably the entire people.
I read on the internet that this neighborhood is supposed to be dangerous. What do you think about that?
There used to be a swamp here, an impassable swamp. I've been living here for 40 years already.
For 40 years already?
Yes, here in this building.
Very interesting. Do you think there are big differences between Belarusians and Russians?
Belarusians are gentler.
Gentler?
Yes, Russians need to be tamed a little.
Nice talking to you. So we didn't really talk much about whether this area is dangerous. Somehow we didn't quite get to it. So the older generation is probably a fan of President Lukashenko, but I believe the younger generation is not a fan at all. We've seen the mass demonstrations a few years ago. People were out on the streets. But yes, the older generation in Russia and in Belarus has a very, very distinct mentality. They seem to need this strong figure, this strong authority. The approval ratings for Putin and Lukashenko among the older generation speak for themselves. But yeah, cool conversation. Let's see if we can find some other people who can tell us a bit more. Okay, the most dangerous region of Belarus doesn't seem that dangerous, because here there's a self-service stand, and you pay via an app. That means nothing gets stolen here, because otherwise you wouldn't just leave things out like this. As you can see, guys, you can simply pay via the QR code. But anyway, how much does honey cost? €2. Okay, €2 for a tub like this.
What would you like, young man?
What are you selling?
Cabbage, very tasty. Take a look.
How much is it?
€1.50 per pack.
I don't need cabbage, but I still want to give you something.
Child, take it, take it, take it.
Is there a small portion to try? I don't need much.
Just take it already.
Okay, then I'll take it, but I'll pay again.
No, don't pay.
Here, another 4.
Oh, God bless you.
Thank you, good work. The grandma is working here in the cold and selling kapushka. Come on, I'll try it this evening. Why not? I hope I like it, otherwise I have a huge package, whatever it is. It's a mix of onions and carrots. In Belarus, no matter where you are, there are flower shops on every corner. That's kind of a thing. Women simply expect you to buy flowers. Take a look at this. Flowers on top of flowers on top of flowers. Flowers? Here you can see. Here we have a school. Or whatever it is. Yeah, I just want to give you an impression of what life is like here in the suburbs of Minsk. What stands out? In this area, it seems like only pensioners live here. Very sparsely populated. So I'll show you again on the map where we are. We're quite a bit east of Minsk, the capital. What you can see is that the capital is actually quite nice. You can really spend a good time there. But just half an hour outside, it already becomes noticeably poorer. And then you can see that prosperity hasn't really arrived here yet. Soviet-style apartment blocks as far as the eye can see, grey grass. That's this Eastern Bloc vibe, you know. It exists everywhere outside the cities, and that's simply the reality for most citizens. I read on the internet that it's supposed to be dangerous here. Is that true?
Well, we're still alive.
Have you lived here for a long time?
As long as this building has been standing. We've lived here that long. Children grew up here. I got married here. I already have grandchildren.
So you already lived here during the Soviet Union?
We lived here the entire time.
And what was it like back then? Different?
Everything was always good for us.
Do you think this would be approved by the Technical Inspection Association in Germany? The exhaust comes out here. Maybe a few words about the history of this neighborhood. This neighborhood was built in the 1970s during the Soviet Union. Housing was needed for the urban population working in industry who simply had to live close to Minsk. That means mainly industrial workers lived here. Of course, there was more poverty here. This was the working class. And that's why this neighborhood got this reputation of being dangerous. But times have changed. The Soviet Union no longer exists. This whole most dangerous neighborhood in Eastern Europe thing simply doesn't hold up. Yeah, it's not really dangerous, but it's still interesting to visit such a neighborhood and see how Belarusians actually live. Such a good boy. May I pet him?
Of course, go ahead and pet him.
He's so beautiful, so cute. So the dog, yeah, wow, that's the fattest dog I've ever seen. Maybe. I'd like 500 grams, please. Okay, now it's time. We're trying Belarusian grapes. Oh wait, did they scam me? That would be something really homegrown, picked straight from the garden. But it says Adika on it. Maybe they're just selling Adika grapes. 8 rubles. 3 euros for Adika grapes. I was just at the supermarket and got myself a piece of chicken. Do you see that? It looked crispy. That cost 30 cents. Can you imagine that? 30 cents. Now I'll give it a try. It's ice cold, but I only showed this to you because I find the price so absurd. 30 cents for a piece of chicken like that. A question for you in the comments. Where do you think you're safer? Here in the most dangerous neighborhood of Belarus? Or in Duisburg-Marxloh? Where would you rather walk around? No, I'm obviously joking, guys. Take a look at this, guys. These are balconies, and in front of the balcony you always have a stone wall. I find that pretty wild, honestly. You have a view through the holes. That makes me wonder why they built it like that. It takes away so much quality of life when you block the view with a slab like that. Yeah, buzz off, that's what they said. To themselves or to their story or whatever. The highlight of Angarskaya. There we also have a nice church in the suburb. I'd say we'll end the video because there's simply not much more to see here. This basically consists of 90% apartment blocks. You've seen that. There are a few shops, yes, and a few schools. I think you've gotten an impression of what it looks like here and what the vibe is like. Whether it's dangerous. It's not dangerous, but it is quite depressing. At least that was my perception. You can write in the comments how you feel about it, how you think life here would be. But yeah, still interesting to see what is life like half an hour outside of Minsk. For the average Belarusian. Yeah, I hope this entertained you. If so, subscribe to the channel, that helps me a lot. Feel free to write something in the comments, that pushes the algorithm. And otherwise, we'll see each other again next time. Until then, bye.